Hi, thank you for joining me. My name is Liz, and this is my movement channel, Movement with Liz. Today, I'm going to take you through a really gentle and simple practice that you can do at any time of day, but perfect for starting your day. So as soon as you get up out of bed, do all the little things that you usually do when you get out of bed, and then finding a couple of minutes to do this practice. Over time, you're going to notice a massive difference in how you feel throughout your day. And I'm going to say it's a pretty kind of instant, it's an instant kind of thing. You're going to notice sort of energy in your body, but over time as well, that's where it really builds up and you just start to feel better overall. So if you suffer with low energy, with fatigue, brain fog, maybe you've got pain in your joints or pain or tight and stiffness in your muscles, this is going to have a really positive impact on starting to help and alleviate any pain that you may have in your body. Now, I'm not saying it's going to cure everything, that's not what I'm saying, but it is a step in the right direction of doing something really good for yourself. So it's really, really simple, doesn't take a lot of time. The video is going to take longer than what it actually does take to do. And then you can take from the video what you really like. So if you're really short on time one day, maybe just do one or two things from it and see how you feel. Or build the whole practice in. You can do it at any time of day. And doing it outside is even better, getting the sunlight in your eyes, getting sunlight on your skin. But if you do have to be inside, obviously I'm inside today doing this. Obviously just do what you can, work with it. Don't think I can't go outside so I can't do it. Yes, you can. So we're going to start with our joints. So we're going to bring our hands into a fist. Just turn the fist up so it's facing the sky or the ceiling. We're going to start with our fingers. So unrolling or unraveling the fingers and then bringing them back in. So especially when it's cold, it's kind of like it's hard to get the fingers going. You might notice that. Notice that in your hands when it is cold. We want to get blood flow. We want to get lymph flow. And it's just good for your joints and your muscles to move. So don't worry about how many times you do it. I usually do it about 8 or 16 times, depending on how much time I've got. I'm not actually counting today, so it's just going to be whatever. And we're going to move into our wrists. So circling the wrists around in one direction. You might hear some kind of clicks and clacks of the joints. Let's reverse those circles. And while you're doing that, softening the knees, breathing nice and smoothly in and out of the nose. And we're going to take that up into the elbow joint. So just drawing some circles around. If you do this outside, you might get some weird looks from neighbours or people walking past, if they can walk past your back fence. I know I often do, but that's okay. They just don't know what they're missing out on. Or maybe get them to join you if you like the person or don't think it's too weird. All right, let's reverse those circles. And let's take that into the shoulder joints now. It's just rolling the shoulders up, back and down. So it's one of those things where you kind of just got to start doing something. If there is pain or stiffness or swelling in your body, at some point you're going to want to take action. Reverse those circles. And as a kind of massage therapist, I don't really do remedial massage anymore. I do a little bit of stuff with people. So, kind of physical therapy point of view, it's the really simple stuff that works. It's not this fancy stuff or pills or anything like that. It's really basic stuff like this. So we're going to start taking our chin down to our chest and then looking up to the ceiling or the sky. And just making your way through that motion. And if that doesn't feel good for your neck, we don't force it. We want to be really mindful of our neck. Let's do that one more time, down and up. And we're going to go side to side. So looking from one side to the opposite side. Let's go one more time to either side. I'm going to bring this down into our hips now. So feet a little bit wider than the hips, and start to draw some circles around. You can make them as big or as small as you like. Reverse the circles. It's really nice to do this when you have first woken up. Really nice if the sun's out and you can be outside. All right, let's take those circles down to our knees. So the feet are going to come together. Just soften the knees, bending them a little bit, and start to draw some circles with the knees. Reverse the circles. And then moving down to our ankles. You're going to stand on one foot, pick a foot, it doesn't matter which one, you're going to do the other one as well. So a little bit of balance, a little bit of stability needed, lifting up one foot and then drawing some circles with the ankle. We've got one ankle that likes to crack. Reverse. And let's swap sides. And if you're wondering, hey, we didn't really do the spine, it's all good, I got you. We will do it. Just like to do the little ones first, and then we'll come up to the spine. Ooh. All right, let's bring that down. So we're going to do this quite slowly. Just be mindful again, if there is any kind of lower back issues here, just be very mindful of it. So I'm going to bring the chin to chest and just start to roll forward, kind of almost like the spine is unraveling, like it was like a chain, and it's just kink by kink. And just come down. You can bend the knees as much as you need to. We're going to reverse that. So you're going to press down into your feet, squeeze through your glutes, lightly draw the belly button in, and start to roll up. And imagine that you're stacking the spine vertebrae by vertebrae, coming all the way back up to standing. Let's do that 2 more times. So chin to chest, start to roll it forward. So if you're like, hey, I don't have time for this, do the main joints. And you don't have to spend a heap of time on each one, just get some movement into them. Let's do that one more time. And if you're like, you know what, mornings just aren't going to work for me, they're so crazy, getting people ready, getting myself ready, then do it when you've got 5 minutes. And if you can't find 5 minutes in your day, I'm going to call it out and say I call bullshit. You need to kind of just take a little look and find it, because it's there. All right, that is more of the mobility kind of thing with the joints. We're going to move now into a lymphatic kind of flush. And we're going to be focusing, targeting 6 main areas of the body where our lymph nodes cluster, or we have a cluster of lymph nodes, or a tribal gathering is how I have learnt them. And we're going to be tapping them and then adding a little bit of movement as well. So we're going to start above our collarbones here, and you're just going to take one hand and just gently start to tap from the outside in. Doesn't have to be hard. So this is the main part where our lymph comes back to. And then do the other side. Again, you don't have to spend a heap of time. So maybe it's 5, maybe it's 10, maybe it's 20, just depending on how much time you've got. But just doing something is something. And then we're going to come up to our neck. So we always think down. So from the head, we're coming down. When we're working with the body, we want to think up. So just tapping down the neck, just down the side, kind of from behind the ear there, down towards the clavicle. Got a lot of lymph nodes in our neck. If I am correct, and it's about 1/4 of the lymph nodes that are in our body are in our neck, which is pretty massive, considering our neck is not a massive part of our body. And let's swap sides. And then moving down towards our pec area. So I'm going to just bring one arm up, and you're going to come just sort of from in the arm there, down through the pec. So kind of almost into the armpit area, and we're coming back towards our heart. If you wanted to do a little bit more of the arm, you could even kind of tap all the way down the arm. Another big cluster of lymph nodes. Go to the other side. So really simple, really effective. I don't know how else to say it. It's so freaking basic. But the effect it has on your body is amazing. Absolutely amazing. But you have to do it. Kind of just like, you can't be like, oh yeah, that's cool. You have to do it. Okay, and then we're coming up from our navel area, coming up the center, up through what we call the thoracic duct. And then our biggest lymph node is right it's around about here, above the belly button area. I always feel like I say it wrong. It's the cistern chyli, or Charlie. It's the cistern chyli. It might even be tender. Can be a sign of a little bit of backflow, a little bit of backed up lymph. And then moving down into the groin area. So just tap either side. This is where if you are doing it outside and people are watching, they can think it's a little bit weird, but again, they don't know what they're missing out on. And then coming from the groin area down behind your knees. So I just kind of bend both knees and then tap. Another sign of a backed up lymph system is puffiness behind the knees. So if you find that you are puffy behind the knees, it can be a sign. All right, so they're the 6 major areas. So we've got above our clavicle, down our neck, into the armpit area, from the belly button up towards through the center of our chest, our groin, and then behind the knees. The last thing that we're going to do is just bounce it out. So on the balls of the feet, it can be little bouncers, they can be big bouncers. Maybe you've got like a little mini trampoline. Beautiful. If you don't though, just do this. Shake out the arms. So our lymphatic system, it needs movement to pump. It doesn't have an actual pump. And not like our cardiovascular system where our heart is pumping. So it needs movement, needs our breath to move it. Otherwise we get stuck. So the calf muscles kind of act like a bit of a pump. But we need to actively do stuff to help it. Bounce side to side, get the arms out, and then just start to slow that down. And then just take a moment and check in with how you feel, what you feel. I know every time I do it, I love it. I get so many sensations in the body, just energy moving through. And you'll notice that you just start to feel like you've got a little extra pep in your step. Well, I hope you notice it if you start to do this consistently. So thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you learned something, or I just hope you got something out of it. If you have any questions, please comment, reach out. Thank you very much, and I'll see you next time.